Today we have a super special mission. I'm on my way to get something super cool, super unique, and super rad with my brother, but I'll tell you what they are in a little bit, but I should probably mention something pretty important. The price. So I happen to be doing some work for some customers and doing some business with them. When I go into their backyard, the type of business I do relies on me going in their backyard to do some work. But when I'm back there, I look back there and I see something at their house just sitting there, and it looks like it hasn't been touched in years. Both of these items, there's two items. They look like they haven't been touched in years, and this is two arcade cabinets. And it was very cool and all that that person had these arcade cabinets, but the craziest thing is when I mentioned them and I talked about them, they said, "We don't want these. Please take them." My brother should be here any second, and all that's left to do is wait for him, and then we go. This Pixel Game Squad video is brought to you by Squarespace. Okay, I lied. I had to go back in the house. I forgot a dolly. I would probably need something like that. Another thing I should mention is I only spoke to this person for a very short amount of time, so I'm hoping this isn't one of those situations where they're like, I'm not really sure if I still want to do this or whatever. I mean, I'm willing to offer money no matter what, regardless, but let's just see. Of the games, I'm going to name them to you. You tell me which one's your favorite. There's Marvel vs. Capcom, not Part 2. There's Bust-A-Move, Metal Slug 5, SVC Chaos, and 1945 are the games. Which of those games are your favorite? I started telling him about what games they are. There's a multi-cab game, but not a multi-cade like a new modded one. No, an original with games like Bust-A-Move, games like Metal Slug 5, 1945 Plus, and SNK vs. Capcom SVC Chaos.
I mean, I suck at arcade in general, so of course I'm gonna like Bust-A-Move.
That's Mom's.
What's that?
That's Mom's favorite.
Oh, that's. Hey, what are you trying to say?
Now, a lot of these games are really good. My favorite on the multi-cab is probably Metal Slug 5. I would say maybe Bust-A-Move because my mom would love to play these on an actual arcade again, like she used to with us at arcades.
I don't know. I suck at Marvel vs. Capcom. At one time, I was good.
Ricky's good at Marvel vs. Capcom.
He's good at all fighters, though.
Frustratingly good.
Yeah.
Stop being good, Ricky! But if you don't know about Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of the Superheroes, I mean, this game launched in the arcades in 1998, and it quickly became a fan favorite by merging two legendary universes, Marvel Comics and Capcom's iconic video game characters. The game was totally renowned for its frantic, high-speed action. It let players create a fantasy team. Teams like mixing up any of your favorite characters like Wolverine and Ryu, or Spider-Man and Mega Man, or whatever your really heart desired.
Yeah, the only fighter I'm good at is probably just Smash Brothers, and that doesn't even really
Some people don't even classify Smash Brothers as a fighter.
fighter.
Now, since then, this game has been put on different consoles and kind of really a lot of different ways you can play it, but originally when that game came out, man, it was like a fantasy to be a part of that. So when I saw that back there, we had to strike. We had to go check it out. I try to think where was our level of percentage with arcades, right? Like probably 90% was console.
Yeah, but it was not a lot. But when we went, it was nickel.
Nickel, that's right, okay.
Yeah, and I just got invited to go to it. Some guy was at school was like, "Do you know nickel?" I'm like,
super excited when we get there and like, this is it. We finally made it. We made the journey. Now it's time to load these things up. So look, these were just sitting in the backyard, Adam.
What?
These. And I was like, ooh.
Yes. Oh, how cool.
TLC, you know, that's
here?
the fun stuff.
I don't care, 1945 Bust-A-Move in case. Awesome.
The cool thing is, though, it's really exciting to look at these and kind of relish over them with my brother, and obviously we have no idea if these are going to work or not. Very cool, just wild. So how long have they been back here? About a year, okay, wow.
We had a cover, but you know, when we were doing construction.
Yeah. And did this, you said this came from a laundromat?
Yeah.
But we're sitting there like, hey, it's worth it. They're even a little dirtier than I remember when I saw them the day before, but I was like, that's okay. And I'm guessing there's no key for this, but we'll have to do the good old hammer jack to smack this thing off. So we'll pop it off. Yeah. Ooh, this is actually pretty heavy.
Yeah, you gotta relax somehow, you know, that's how you wind down.
This is pretty heavy, actually, a little heavier than I was thinking. Let me see this one. You realize you're stupid when you filmed yourself in the morning bringing a dolly. Remember bro, I went and got a dolly this morning, and you never loaded the actual dolly. I left it at my house after I literally put it aside to bring it. Never felt more dumb in my life.
Oh, I can think of a few times. Just kidding.
Literally put the dolly aside to bring it, like super stoked, like, yeah, man, I'll get a dolly set up, no hiccups, no mistakes. Now we gotta go to Home Depot. We're gonna head over there and get a dolly. I don't know which dolly to get though. So do we go with like a flat dolly? Is that better, like a moving dolly, or do we go with like a dolly?
I would get a dolly.
A dolly?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure though what I might need more in the future though.
I mean, you tell me. You probably don't want to roll around with a dolly. It's a lot easier to roll around with a little flat guy.
I mean, I have a dolly at home, right? I just left it at the house, but all right, what's the, every man loves Home Depot. What's the best row in Home Depot?
No, it's the smell.
That's what I mean. That's what I was gonna go, I was gonna lead in that. I was gonna say mine's lumber.
Of course,
because
it's 100%
of the smell.
lumber.
Although garden area has something special
But that just
about it,
says
too.
that we want to be in a forest.
Our natural bodies.
What?
Is this real?
Yes, clearly.
What is that doing in here? Okay, so we're debating between like the flat rolly ones, which we're kind of not feeling, like the furniture movers,
Right.
and the big boys, even though I have them, but you can never have too many dollies, especially now that, you know.
Yeah,
this
we
is
need
my
like
excuse.
let's get 8 of them.
This is my excuse of me talking myself into having to buy one of these when I clearly
You could never have too
when I just
many.
forgot one at home. So we decided on kind of a more universal dolly. I don't know if it makes sense, but it's kind of just what I grew up using. I know the dollies have gotten sophisticated nowadays. You can lay them down and stuff, but I just went with the classic. When you're getting a free arcade machine, why did I say that so weird? A free arcade machine or arcade machines, can't complain. Adam, you're not gonna believe this.
What?
I put my job name as Pooh.
Why wouldn't I believe that? That's exactly what I would expect. Make sure
Yes?
that you strap things down when you
Oh, for
buy
sure.
things.
I have straps, don't worry.
No, I'm saying because there's a guy at my work who basically became brain dead from that.
Oh.
A cable box went flying at him.
You can say Ricky's name.
So make sure.
Hey, I was better at backing into here than I thought. I was very confident just now. Got a big ego boost of how good I backed into the next spot. Loading these things up are heavy. The Marvel vs. Capcom one is insanely heavy. The CRT inside, you can feel it. You can hear quarters rumbling around. Feeling good?
Uh-huh.
Feeling good?
What's that?
Still feeling good?
What was that?
Oh, no, that was me. That was the lock.
Oh.
You good?
Yeah. Almost.
We can lay them back. Again, I'm not like the biggest.
Almost. That's pretty
I'm not
cool.
like the biggest arcade connoisseur, but I did look online and every on Reddit's like, yeah, you would always lay them on the back. And I was like, okay.
So Arcade Impossible?
If that's, oh man, that's a good channel. Has anybody seen Arcade Impossible? If you haven't, slippin'. That was a fantastic channel. The biggest problem, well, at least for me, is when we loaded it up. Now we gotta get the other one in. We just shoved it in, we got it in. We stopped recording for a minute just because we had to get some things organized, but this one is heavy, dude.
We stopped recording real quick because we had to hire people to help move it.
Yeah.
And then we got back on camera.
Why do you think we went to Home Depot?
We're all.
This one lighter? This one feels lighter.
My leg!
My leg! Oh gosh! All right, hold on. There was so many spiders underneath, and I didn't even realize, like when I reached under to grab, I don't think I was recording it, maybe I was. I literally grabbed and felt my hands crunch Black Widows, and I looked over and I was like, yep, crunched Black Widow soup on me. I killed it, luckily.
It was already on your hand.
Yeah, it was on my hand from this crap. Time to head home and load these puppies up. I'm really excited. I just really want to see if either of these has any chance of working again. Make him do the work. When he said they were outside for a year, I didn't know that. I thought maybe they were at a laundromat longer. My hopes aren't high.
Almost.
How are we so dirty just from moving a cabinet? You look like you went to war. What's your favorite thing Zelda or Link ever says? Mine is, yeah.
Does he talk?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Give it the old pusher.
Pusher? I think because we're wearing black, it makes us get dirtier.
There's money in this one too.
There is?
Yeah. My brother and I are quickly realizing, hopefully we have the cords to test them. I know it's just a simple generic cord, but I don't necessarily have
You can get them anywhere.
a lot of those, but I might have to look another day. Let's see if the Marvel vs. Capcom one is different. This one has that other port. We're here and we're unloading these and I'm like, gosh dang it, I'm not gonna be able to try the multi-cab with multiple games. And I'm like, I'm really bummed out. I mean, it's kind of a bummer when you make this the whole episode and you can't try out both cabinets. Originally on this one, my brother and I thought it might not work. And again, we can't really test it right now because we thought it'd be crazy
But look at the
rusty.
board, it's not.
It's actually
not
not.
a lot of
Look at all those quarters. There's a bunch of quarters. Okay, so we turned off the camera while we were moving this. I don't want to be that person that's like trying to fix the camera every minute when we're like sweating and going crazy. That one we can't test unless we find a cord. This one looks like it just plugs straight in. But I can't, there's not, this cord, all these cords, we're gonna have to just drill these off later. There's no way these are coming off. But for now, we can at least try this one. Let's at least wipe it down. Oh gosh, like the cord's broken. What do you think? But the real question, after cleaning it, oh gosh, will this puppy turn on? And then out of nowhere, so kind of a crazy turn of events just happened. I was literally going to find an extension cord in my house, and as I went in there, I found a cord from a bike that my brother had here, an e-bike. And what do you know? It was literally the exact cord we need to test this puppy out. So ladies and gents, we're gonna be able to test this one out as well. Man, when you wipe these boards down, or I mean the panels down, you can actually see what was under here, right? The colors, and the colors are actually pretty decent. They're not perfect by any means, but look at this. These ones are not like super nice and spicy, but besides the Bust-A-Move, the other ones still have decent color to them. So at least we can test this out. You can see, funny enough, where these came from in LA. We do not live in LA, but we were down in LA, and you can see all the different gangs. How exciting. Here we go. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Here we go. Cabinet number one. The moment we've been waiting for. Watch it. Oh, gosh. Come on, sounds. Oh.
I heard something.
I heard something.
It was probably the fan trying to turn on, the power supply.
That sounds like a TV though to me. Hold on.
Oh, the old CRT.
It's hard to tell in the sun, y'all. Don't worry. Doesn't work. Well, it almost worked. I decided to call Retro Ralph, one of my favorite YouTube channels on YouTube. He's a genius when it comes to arcades. We call him up and he has some words of advice for us.
It's just like a universal cabinet. So they would take those cabinets, Dynamo would like sell those cabinets to like an arcade owner, and then they could put like anything they wanted in it. So a lot of times you'll see those, Capcom used a lot of those cabinets, so often you'll see like Street Fighters in there, or like some other Capcom game. And then, you know, some owners would just turn them into whatever, right? Just to keep the game making money. I mean, it could be like so many different things, man. But yeah, like basic stuff, obviously, like if it powers up, probably the power supply is probably still good, but who knows? It could be, the monitor could just be bad or need to be recapped or...
So after listening for a while, it sounds like a little bit more work, and it really could be anything, multiple different things. So I might just have someone locally come over who's more of an arcade guy.
Oh, nice. It has the board in it. Yeah, so that's a CPS2 game. Those CPS2 boards are probably worth more than that cabinet is by itself.
The board is probably worth more than the cabinet. Okay, good to know.
Well, that cabinet looks like it's pretty trashed. So.
Now for Marvel vs. Capcom. This is the one I really want to work because it's Marvel vs. Capcom. So with Ralph on the phone, I was like, well, you can stay here and troubleshoot with us, and let's try it. You want to be on the phone while we test Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, here we go. After I plug it in. Ready? All right, everybody. So this has been outside in the weather for over a year, they said. For a year. hold up, we gotta talk about Squarespace. Y'all know we love them. So Squarespace is the best place to build your website. I gotta first tell you about their SEO tools. You can get discovered fast with integrated SEO tools. Every Squarespace website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, an auto-generated sitemap, and more. You can also sell content. Squarespace makes it so easy to sell access to content on your websites, like online courses, blogs, videos, and memberships. With that, I gotta talk about videos. You can upload video content, organize your video library, and showcase your content on beautiful video pages. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, head over to squarespace.com/pixelgamesquad to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks, Squarespace. You know we love you. Please don't blow me up. Oh, I hear sound. I hear sound.
I hear it. CPU thing.
Oh!
Oh!
What? Let's go! Look at that! What? The odds of that working to me felt extremely low. I know Retro Ralph was like, there might be a little bit of a chance. I thought, there's no way in heck. It works. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Wow.
I wasn't expecting that, man.
You
Oh, look at that! Woohoo! Wow, I'm actually. Hey, there we go. Internet, look at here's Retro Ralph celebrating with us. Let's go.
It's because you were so positive about it working.
We now be working Marvel vs. Capcom. Sitting in my shed, don't know how long it'll be in here, if it'll go in the game room, if it'll go to someone in the community, if it gets sold. I honestly don't know for now, at least in the meantime. Got it. Ooh, look, when you clean it up, yeah, this thing, you know, you can see the screen.
Yeah, get a little shined up and.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Sweet.
It's a brand new arcade restoration riff.
Look at that. Look at that, dude. Well, thank you for your help, man. I appreciate it. And your advice. Definitely want to put some playing into this with my brothers, especially with Ricky as well.
Like I could press on something and then...
Look at that.
Yeah.
It totally works.
No, we tried. You didn't know how to do the key?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Wow.